Good morning, my little mathematicians. Hope all is well. Today is Tuesday. So here we are, 13-5, part 2. Today we're going to be comparing fractions with number lines, without number lines. I'm going to show you a math way. I'm going to show you how to do it with number lines. Pretty cool, pretty easy stuff. It's one new thing that's going to be a little tricky at first, but I'm going to show you what to do and you'll totally get it. It'll be a super easy thing to do. Anyway, let's start off with our skips and we're just going to roll through. We are winding down our last day of math worksheets and math work, and ELA work is going to be the 19th. So keep up the good work. You guys are rocking out. Very impressive day today. Or yesterday. So let's rock it out. Let's go twos. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Let's go threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. Now we don't count anymore. 33, 36. Fours. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 20, 32, 36, 40. Now we have 44, 48. Let's go fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72, 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. Now we know them as well as 70, 77, 84. 8 and 8 are 16, 24 and 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, and 72, 80, 88, 96, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, 108. Let's go tens, ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Let's go 11s. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, 110, 101, 132. And 12s, let's go out to my girl Brielle today. Hope all is well. I miss you, kiddo. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120, 132 here, 144 there, here 12 there. So now we know times 12 old Mick how to farm. E-I-E-I-O. Guys, so today's lesson is going to be very similar to yesterday's lesson. Well, I guess pretty much because it's also 13-5, so it should be very similar. My hair is kind of driving me crazy. If you're looking at it like, what is going on? Pam cut my hair today. I don't know. Came out all right. I feel like I got a bird's nest on my head right now. I'm ready to shave it again. I don't know. Let's think about that. Cool. So let's take a look. Ready? So first, we're going to start off with the same numerator, right? 3 on top, right? So now what we're looking at is the denominator. And remember, the bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces, right? So fifths or fourths. Fifths are smaller than fourths every time. Also, guys, I'm going to send this home. Use it. It's the best, right? 3/4, 3/5. You can just use it and look at it and say it. Piece of cake. Makes it easier, right? 3/7 or 3/10. Well, the bigger the denominator, the smaller the pieces. So I'd rather have sevenths because sevenths are bigger than tenths. 2/4 or 2/7. Just ask yourself what's bigger, fourths or sevenths, and the correct answer would be fourths, baby. Fourths are bigger than sevenths. Seven's a bigger number, so I mean it's chopped into smaller pieces, right? Okay, now same denominator, 2/3 or 3/3. So they're both thirds. So would you rather have 2 or would you rather have 3? I'd rather have 3, right? Tenths. 4/10 or 6/10. Well, would you rather have 4 or 6? They're all the same size. I'd rather have 6. You're looking for whichever has the bigger numerator on these ones. 3/5 or 1/5, right? They're both fifths. I'd rather have 3/5 and 1/5. Now, yesterday they introduced this thing to you. It was called closer to 1 or closer to 0. So let's check it out. So the first one is going to be 6. So I have count with me 1 6, 2 6, 3 6, 4 6, 5 6, and 6 6 or 1 whole. So which ones are closer to 1 and which ones are closer to 0? Well, the rule for this is basically we're just looking at the middle, right? It's just like rounding, right? So 3/6 is the middle, right? 3 out of 6, 3 is half of 6. So 3/6, it's just like rounding when we round up. So 3/6 would go to 1. So then obviously 4/6 would go to 1. And 5/6 would go to 1. And then the ones that are less than half, so 2/6 and 1/6, since, right, if 2 is less than half of 6, so 2 and 1/6 would go over to 0, okay? Next, eighths, right? So I got eighths. I got 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8 or 1. So my first question is, if you want to know which one is closer to 1 and which is closer to 0, first you'd have to find the halfway point in the middle. So which one is the halfway? 2/8, right? Nah, just kidding, right? So it's got to be 4/8 because 4 is half of 8. So anything bigger than 4/8, so 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, all these guys are going to go to 1. And anything else, the 1/8, the 2/8, and the 3/8 are going to go over to the 0 because they're less than half. Okay. So now, here is something new. Very, very challenging, or is it? They're going to have us compare fractions that have different numerators and different denominators, and you're going to have to kind of figure out which one is bigger. Which of these is true? Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you, use this. It will make your life easier. Okay. So I could see 1/4 of 4/8. Well, here is 1, 2, 3, 4/8. Here's 1/4. I can just see 4/8 is bigger than 1/4. Okay. Now, if you're one of those super geniuses and you're like, but I don't want to use a paper, Mr. Carey. I want to do this my way in my head. That's what I like to do. That's cool. I get it. I'll show you another way to do it. So if you think about each one like fourths and eighths, right? Well, 1/4 is 1 out of 4, and 4/8. You know how like 4/8 on a number line would be in the middle because it's 4/8, 4. And 1/4 would be further to the left. It would be closer to 1. So that's another way you could like use your judgment and think about where it would be on a number line, and that could help you too. I prefer to use the paper. It makes it easier to see. I mean, it'll be on your phone or whatever, but it's still, it works great. So 1/8 or 3/4. So 1/8, if I was thinking about a number line, 1/8 would be all the way over here. And if I had a number line with fourths, 3/4 would be closer to 1. You see like 3, 4. You see how the number 3 is pretty close to 4? And the number 1, it's not very close to 8. So that's another way to tell that 3/4 would be bigger. Or use this piece of paper and you can say, here's 1, 2, 3/4. It's that big. And 1/8 is just a little tiny guy. A little bit. 2/6 or 4/5. So when I think about 6, I think about, well, halfway would be 3/6. So 2/6 is less than half. And 4/5, well, 4 is pretty close to 5, so that would be towards closer to 1. So I would think 4/5 is going to be bigger. Now, if I want to prove that, I could say, well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4/5. And here's 1 2/6. So definitely 4/5 is bigger. Okay? And then I got 2/3 and 1/10. Well, 2/3 is like here, right? It's almost like, and then 1/10, that's just a little bit, right? So 2/3 is going to be bigger. And 2 is close to 3, and 1 is not so close to 10. So you can just kind of use your judgment. If you're one of those kids and you're totally getting this and you're just seeing it, that's cool with me. But if this is not coming super natural to you and you're still getting some questions wrong, I'll send this to your parents, have them print it up, use it, and it'll make your life a lot easier. Okay? You guys have a great day. Hopefully we get some beautiful weather, and enjoy, right? And take care of yourselves, guys, and I will see you soon. All right? Bye-bye.